Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Soulstorm casts this side of East Yorkshire, and today I have a 1v1 on Tranquility's End. Over in the Sisters of Battle corner we have Nameless, and over in the Necron corner we have SnackPaWa. SnackPaWa are going to go for quadruple Builder Scabs, double Necron Warriors, as well as some Plasma Generators, whereas the Sisters player is going to go for triple Missionaries, a Pristine Sanctuary, a Adeptus Sororitas Convent, and a Plasma Generator. So it does look like we will be seeing some Seraphins early on in this game for some harassment towards the Necron base. As we all know, Necrons do like to get their economy online first and foremost, so it does give an opposing player a brief window of opportunity where they can attack the enemy base with relative freedom, I suppose. And missionaries are just going to push out, capturing their fairest and farthest, to be honest. Not going to go for these immediate strategic points, which tells me that they're going to be capturing these bits and bobs as soon as possible and then trying to maybe deny the strategic points of the Necron player, maybe even building up to tier 2 to prevent their Scarabs and their Necron Warriors from pushing out too far into the base, hopefully hemming them into these places, preventing them from gaining any sort of map control. Or at least that would be me playing Theorycraft right now. We've got some Seraphins on the way out, 90%, soon to be transporting themselves all the way down south. No upgrades from the Pristine Sanctuary at the moment, although this will allow them to get to tier 2 a little bit quicker if they are able to build up their economy nice and quick. All depends on whether they're going to go for just one Seraphim squad or maybe two. Sometimes see players, they'll go for two Seraphim squads, build them up to maximum number, and then what they do is that they then delete this Pristine Sanctuary, which then gives them more money for tier 1. But it doesn't look like he's going for any more Seraphins. Looks like he's just going to maybe potentially go for the early tier 2 rush, I suppose. Seraphins moving into the base. We'll have a cheeky look at that relic, see if they can deny that, although the Necron player's not gone for the relic at the moment, so we'll decide to just fly over these Necron Warriors, see what they can do inside the base. The Necron Warriors, I mean, 30 and 40 and 24 and 31 for damage compared to Sisters. They do more or less pound for pound defeat the Seraphins either in close combat or ranged combat in the early game, so the Seraphins don't want to engage in a long prolonged fight with these guys. They will just move around the base and see if they can be a thorn in the Necron player's backside. We'll try and decap that, but the Necron player very, very quickly does put a obelisk on top of that, which is very, very good for the Necron player. Second Necron Warrior squad coming out will probably do a very good job at zoning these Seraphins out, so these ladies have not been able to get a serious amount of harassment done inside the base, which is a bit of a shame, but while this has been going on, listening posts have been built up and are being continued to being built up outside Necron players' base, so might see these being turned into, like I said earlier, tier 2 positions, which will then allow the Seraphins to hold their own a little bit easier. Necron Warriors moving around the side. Going to be, I know they're just going to focus on the Seraphins. Seraphins are going to jump over them. Necron Warriors going to decide to ignore these guys and focus on the building. Same with these Necron Warriors over here. Builder Scarabs in the middle of the base, a little bit vulnerable. One model will be taken down. Necron Warriors over here turning their attention to the Seraphins by the looks of things, before then turning their attention straight back to the listening post over here. Summoning Core over yonder, going to be built up by these Builder Scarabs, but the Builder Scarabs will be chased away by the Seraphins. More Builder Scarabs are just moseying on into the base. Listening post being slowly taken down. What's the Sisters going to go for? They're going to go for their tier 2. So there we go, so very quick tier 2, and they've actually built up listening posts on most of the, well, on most of the strategic points on the map. We've got a Necron Lord out on the field. Seraphins not quite really getting, I mean, they've managed to take down a couple of models of Builder Scarabs. Not sure if they've managed to take down a unit yet, but not really getting all that much DPS done. But they have managed to give the Sisters time to get that early tier 2 in. So it'll be interesting to see what they go for. Maybe manufacture them for early immolators. Maybe go for some Celestians for the building bashing potential. Necron Lord teleporting straight over to this listening post. And to be honest, it might be a little bit of a misplay from the Sisters' point, or should I say perspective. We've only got one Seraphim squad on at the moment, which can't really play very defensively at the moment in tier 1. And they've lost 1, 2... They are going to be, by the looks of things, potentially losing a third listening post, which they have been able to enjoy the extra blue money for a little bit, but that is still 300 blue money that they're going to lose from losing all these buildings. We are seeing a power weapons upgrade for the Sisters that will allow their Celestian veterans or superiors or whatever you call them to be even more deadly in close combat. Seraphims moving round back in a defensive posture. This Necron Lord does look like he'll be able to strike this listing post down. Billow Scabs will be decapping it. Seraphims moving straight into close combat. Will be able to maneuver around. Seraphims are a unique unit in the sense that I think they're one of the few units in the game that can fire backwards while running away from something. Inferno Pistol now also in the Veteran Superior, which will make them do a hell of a lot of damage. Look at that. So their Builder Scarab bashing potential has increased dramatically. I do believe in Tier 2 as well that they do get Angelic Visage, or maybe they've got to research that specifically. Celestians moving straight into close combat with their power, with their Superiors, Veterans power weapon. Going to chase away that Necron Warrior squad. Necron Lord also being chased away as well. So, bit of stabilisation, 74 and 20 to 30% and 80. So Necrons are in a good position. They have gone for their Tier 2. All their plasma generators are online. They've gone for the shiny Tier... what would that upgrade be called? The power generator upgrade by the looks of things. They've upgraded their Necron Warriors, so they're sitting very comfortably at the moment, the Necron Warriors are. Celestians moving forward will need to do something. I mean, it's either, like we said before, either keep them in one position, prevent them from expanding out any further, or move in and see if you can bash some of the Builder Scarabs and power generators around. Seraphim squad now with their Inferno Pistol will be able to do that, but this is quite a lot of Necron Warriors, and they are, like I said, since they've got their upgrades, their ranged combat capabilities have been increased quite dramatically. What Sister's going to go for? They're going to go for a Holy Reliquary. They're going to go for more Celestians. So, faith-based abilities, maybe a Confessor. Seraphims chasing around these Builder Scarabs, not sure what they were doing over here. Potentially capping stuff, maybe going for a sneaky turret somewhere. I do apologise. Celestians just chilling out in the middle. And what can the Necrons do at the moment? They are going to go for more Necron Warriors, so very Necron Warrior heavy build. Not going to go for any flayed ones or anything like that. Forbidden Archive being built up. Will it tell us what upgrades has he gone for? So he's going to go for a phase shifter, which is ideal for... So the not Celestians, the Seraphims, if they get their Angelic Visage upgrade, will increase their damage output by 25%. Put down a phase shifter, keep the boys alive. Solar Pulse as well for getting these Celestians offline for their ranged combat capabilities. But they're not going to go for any of their metal guns or multi-melters at the moment. It does look like they're potentially going for maybe a more close combat orientated play, these ladies are, while the Seraphims get involved. We do have a Death Cult Assassin over there. John Cena Beam comes down. Lay of Hands on the Celestians. These guys are going to engage in close combat. Angelic Visage going down. Increasing, I think it's a AoE buff, so the Celestians also have an increase in the damage as well. But this is quite a lot of Necron Warriors to deal with. And not only that, but they've also got a, what is it, something like a 25%, 50% chance of when they die, they come back, or something like that. I can't quite remember the percentages, but yeah, this is quite a surmountable amount of boys to smash through, especially when they're being supported by a destroyer. Will force these ladies back, even with their faith-based abilities. I've lost, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does look like the Death Cult Assassin has also been taken down as well. It's very, very unfortunate. Yeah, the Necrons did seem to come out on top on that one, and they are once again able to bash their way through this listing post. Ecclesiarchal Servitor, unfortunately, being left behind from that retreat. Second destroyer out on the field. Celestians now, though, which is one very good thing about these ladies, is that once they need to transition into anti-vehicle capabilities, they are able to just select a couple of multi-melters and metal guns, and they will be able to take on these destroyers as and when they need to. More Celestians coming from the Adeptus Sororitas Convent. They are going to go for some crack grenades. More plasma generators. So it does look like the answer to this problem from the Sisters' point of view is just build more Celestians. They're going to get everyone a nice close concave. Seraphine's going to jump around the side. Once again, Angelic Visage being popped down by looks of things. What was it? Oh no, sorry, Lay of Hands. Do apologise. Their abilities, it's all shiny abilities, so they all, in my eyes, they look very similar to me. Going to push away these Builder Scarabs, going to prevent them from capturing this strategic point. Necrons just going to chill out in the base for now, regain their numbers. They have lost a fair bit of health, and a couple of their lads as well. One destroyer had gone down, so they're going to have to be very, very careful with their placement of the destroyers. I mean, hell, maybe even just now that the some metal guns have been built up, and they're required to, you know, focus on these destroyers, just jump them over aside, move them around. I mean, the Sisters don't have any rhinos at the moment, so their maneuverability is a little bit lacking at the moment. That might be the play. Make the Sisters fight on two fronts. Necron Lord leading the charge, pushing the Sisters quite far back, to be honest. The Sisters so far, they haven't really gone for any tier 2 listing posts. I mean, economy 112 and 45 to 104 and 40. So the Sisters haven't really benefited in... they're going to go for their tier 2 listing posts in the Relic now. But we haven't really seen that so much, so even though they've had lots of listing posts on there, economy isn't what it could have been. Destroy that. Very, very unfortunately. Maybe some pathing issues. Sent straight up to the front. Just take it down very quickly. This destroyer as well will also be focused down. John Cena beam coming down, preventing the backlines from firing. Seraphine's going to jump around the side. Going to fire away into the ranks of the Necron warriors. Builder Scarabs in the mix for reasons. Necron Lord trying to tie up these ladies as much as they can. More Necron warriors flanking round the side. Death Cult Assassin also there. Will probably be looking to focus on that commander as and when possible. Angelic Visage being popped. Will jump around the side. And it's absolute chaos and madness. More Celestians. A fresh squad being built up and coming around the side. We do have some flayed ones in the mix now. We'll do a serious amount of morale damage to these ladies, but then again, their morale is pretty high. Very difficult for them to have their morale broken when these Seraphins are out and about. Necron warriors slowly but surely being sliced down. Although the Necron Lord has not gone for... I don't think he's gone for a third ability, so there might be a potential resurrection or play. Well, hopefully, I mean, it'd be wonderful too. We don't see that often very much in these games. Necrons seem to be holding on there. Did look like that the Sisters were going to wipe them off the face of the map for a second then. And the Celestians are just going to run backwards through the gorse fire of the destroyers and the warriors, flayed ones, in hot pursuit of these Celestians. These guys are going to fall back. They are now within range of a listing post tier 2, so that will help them in defense. We do have a Confessor somewhere. Confessor was in the mix somewhere in that battle. Didn't realise that it was there. The Confessor does give a damage 15 plus what was it? A Ecclesiastical Mandate damage 15% plus. I think that's just a general orb that he has. Necron Lord teleporting in. Warriors slow but surely shambling in. Bit of a premature solar flare, although mind you, that will zone these ladies out from defending their listing post over here. Listing post over here going to be researching the escalate engagement research. So will at least help them get their economy a bit of a boost. 113 and 50. So that is I'd say that's a fairly decent amount of blue money and green money for if you're focusing on a infantry centric build. More Celestians coming out. Necron warriors once again pushing into the forces of the Sisters. Blade ones teleporting round the back. More destroyers. And at the moment, Celestians aren't able to get their range capabilities online for destroying the destroyers. Did throw a crack grenade at one of the destroyers there. Managed to pull away from the pack. Blade ones in hot pursuit there. But that's two Blade One squads at the moment. So both Necrons and Sisters of Battle are going for very, very infantry-focused build. Destroyers are going to be taken down there. Managing to take two. This destroyer there surviving ever so slightly until the very end. Blade One's now slowly but surely chasing after these ladies. Seraphins are going to teleport round the back. Builder Scarab over here being taken down. Listing Post going the way of the dinosaur. Necron Lord being sliced up by this Death Cult assassin. Celestians getting nice, close and personal. And it just seems like a constant fight between the two. What we like to see, what's going on in the Necron base while this is going on. Some more destroyers. Not quite going for the tier 3 or tier 4. By the looks of things. So both players are putting so much money into reinforcing their units to keep them in this constant fight. No one's able to get the money ready for the next tier up. Celestians very, very low on numbers at the moment. Destroyers, 2 of them back up. Humming, ready for the kill. And it does seem like a very slow destruction of the sisters at the moment. We do have this list. Oh, but mind you, though, these guys have teleported back. Oh, they will have gone back. Yeah, so Blade Ones have teleported back just to go back into the Necron monolith so they can deep strike once again. Necron's looking hungrily at this listing post over here. Necron Lord has been rebuilt. It will respawn over here somewhere. Celestians once again charging into the fray. Blade Ones teleporting around the back. Commissar, oh sorry, not Commissar, we're not Imperial Guard. Confessor moving in with his Inferno pistols. Angelic Visage popping. Solar Flare, Solar Pulse or John Cena Beam. Denying the range capabilities of these Celestians, but then again they are quite content with just engaging in close combat at the moment. Necron Warriors, 6,000 health for 7 Warriors. Very, very chunky boys. Won't be taken down very easily. Seraphins are going to focus down on these Builder Scarabs. One, it will stop them from repairing the destroyers, and also it will stop the Necrons from seeing any of their Death Cult assassins if they're still online. There we go, a Resurrection Orb being popped down here. Will bring... doesn't seem to have brought any people up by the looks of things. If I'm not mistaken, unless that was a delayed effect, didn't seem to have... I mean, well, imagine there weren't that many dead Necrons over here anyway. If they want to do that, you would probably do it over here or over here where there was loads of dead Necrons already. Maybe a bit of a miss thing. A miss animation or something. Anyway, Necron Lord does put his phaser on. Will keep his guys immune to damage for a little while. Also increases their health regen. Gives them time to add more squad members. So this does look like time for them to retreat a little bit. The Celestians are managing to hold their own. Even with the destroyers, triple destroyers even, firing away into the melee combat. Does look like the Celestians are going to hold the line for now. Seraphins, only 2 models in the background. 4 destroyers though, that is quite a significant amount of destroyers. Crack grenades been thrown by Celestians over here. They will be pushed back. Necron Warriors with their Blade One allies managing to hold on. For what I was absolutely convinced that was going to be a sister skirmish or engagement victory there. Blade One's now turned their wicked attention towards the listing post. And what can the sisters do from this point? 119 and 91% compared to 115 and 49. Yeah, I mean, they've got, you could tell what's been going on here. So they're spending so much money on keeping their squads online that they've got this massive green money, what can I say, build-up. They haven't got a manufactorum online at the moment. So they've got no avenue to spend all this green money, which is a bit of a shame. Even if you don't plan to build up or have any vehicles in the late game, if you do have the spare cash, always get a vehicle building, just so that if you do have this over build up on green money, you can have the opportunity to spend it a little bit. Necrons pushing into the base. Celestians look like they're going to go around the side. What's going on over here? They have gone for... they're going to go for the tier 3. Necron Monolith, second Necron Monolith is also coming up as well. And this does look like the death knell of the sisters. This is a lot of destroyers for them to deal with. Celestians are going to move round the backside. Builder Scarabs decapping this relic. Blade Ones. Third squad by the looks of things. Oh no, it's just the second one. One squad just probably just teleported back home. Coming around the side. And yeah, this is quite sad. Poor one for our Hermes. The ladies don't look like they're having it. Confessor is going to be out for a third time. And he's not a cheap boy. 245 blue money. He has lost them a couple of times, so he's not an inexpensive person to lose. But there we go. The Necron Warriors do take the game home. So very, very well played by both teams. In that mid-game, it could have been anyone's, in my honest, humble opinion. Anyway, my name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never chop. And I'll see you in a bit. Peace.